So this is going to be a two-part rant, but they're going to be in the same video. So let's start with talking about a certain YouTuber called Monsters at Midnight. For those of you who don't know who Monsters at Midnight is, he's a content thief that steals people's narrations and re-uploads them to his channel. Not only that, he has some really dodgy sort of view botting and like botting, from as far as I can tell. I mean, evidence is on the screen. That's something I screen shared from. Screenshot from. So yeah, this person is dodgy, and thing is, he's monetized, and he steals people's narrations, and he's monetized. Yeah, let me just talk to you about why Monsters at Midnight is a cunt. The fact that he monetizes other people's work and then re-uploads it to his crappy green screen, it's terrible. I mean, it's terrible. And the fact that it's monetized is just disgusting. I mean, imagine that you're just starting off as a horror creator, right? And you've uploaded a video and you want to grow your audience and you think, oh yeah, that's actually pretty fucking good. I'm proud of myself. And all of a sudden, Monsters at Midnight comes along and steals your content. Yeah, I would be pissed off too. And there's no easy way to report him. Oh, and if you try and call him out in the comments, then he deletes your comments because he's a child. He is basically somebody that I'm pretty sure hasn't worked a day in his life. I'm pretty sure this guy is just a jellyfish. He's one of these spineless cowards that just wants to earn money off of other people's work. He's an asshole. He is a complete and utter arsehole. And hey, you can't delete videos you don't like. So, hey, Monsters at Midnight, if you're watching this, good. Delete your channel and apologise to the narrators that you stole from, you evil, evil person. Okay, maybe you're not as evil as some other content creators, but you are certainly slimy. And hey, if I find you upload one of my videos, good luck. That's all I'm saying, because I'm going to make sure I'll report your ass. Now, there's one other thing I would like to talk about, and that is because people will steal people's videos for pretty much forever because it's quick and easy, and why would you put yourself out there when you can nick somebody else's content? But there's a certain other people, certain other types of content stealing that isn't just specifically with, cunts like Monsters at Midnight. This isn't a narrator. I hate saying this isn't a cunt like Monsters from Midnight stealing from someone else. Uh, no, this is going to talk about authors and narrators basically stealing authors' stories. Now, don't worry, I haven't done anything wrong. I know that some people are still kind of mad at me for what I did when I first started, even though it was an easy fucking mistake. But this one pissed me off because if you're because there's a thing on No Sleep that I've slowly become more and more aware of, and that's certain stories an author would want you to pay for them to narrate them, and as I have no money, I don't narrate stories I can't pay for. Luckily, I just ask for permission, and 9 times out of 10, that's fine. What pisses me off the most is that I've been talking to a couple of authors recently, and both of these authors have got horror stories of big horror channels basically reading their stories and refusing to pay them the amount they agreed on. Yeah, that's not right either. I am equally as angry at these big horror channels for stealing authors' stories. If you if you can pay an author and you have agreed to the amount that you're going to pay, then pay the fucking author. his work is or just as valid, or if not more valid than your work. Yes, you narrate the stories, and in your eyes, you might be going, but I'm paying them in exposure, aren't I? Exposure. Fun fact, arsehole, r/no sleep is a free website where people can just browse stories. No, what this person wants is payment because, unlike you, where you can afford all your fancy fucking microphones and everything that you ever wanted, this person wants payment. The reason being is sometimes it's due to medical treatment that they can't afford because America, and sometimes it's people wanting to save up for a rainy day, and sometimes it's just to help pay the fucking bills. Because sometimes these authors have been laid off of their jobs. And the one thing they can do, and do a pretty good job at, is write a story. So pay them. Don't give me this shit about, oh, I'm paying them in exposure. That doesn't work. Exposure doesn't pay the bills. Exposure doesn't pay medical treatment. Exposure doesn't pay for fucking funeral costs. Yeah, I've been talking to a few authors, and I often ask why do they want payment. Just me being nosy, because when I first started and when I first heard, someone wanted payment, I thought, oh, they were being greedy. No, it's just so that they can actually support themselves. Now, I can't pay. Like, I can barely support myself, let alone anybody else, and I refuse, so that's why I don't really read stories. But if I ever get in a position where I'm comfortable off and I make money, like more than enough money than I actually need, then I'm paying the author. Oh, but it's exposure. No, it's not. It's you being a greedy fuckwit. It's you being basically a greedy fuckwit. That's what I was trying to say, but my voice slightly hurts today, as you can probably tell. Yay! But I feel like I need to make this video because there's I can't mention the big YouTuber because I just have their word for it, and I really don't want to be crucified. But the author explained the situation to this big YouTuber, and the big YouTuber basically went fuck you and read the story anyway. Now, luckily, the no sleep community has a watchdog, the sleepless watchdog thing, which usually sorts out this shit out, but sometimes they slip through the cracks. And these big YouTubers have basically got an ego the size of a boat. It's like, oh, well, I'm more popular. Oh, what's this little subreddit going to do? Fuck you. Seriously, if you can't pay an author because your ego might be a little bit hurt that you, the almighty narrator cunt, can't, is like, oh, I shouldn't pay, my voice should be payment enough. No, sod you, these people need money, pay them. That's it. If you can afford it, pay them. If not, then don't read the story. But don't pay them and read the story. One of the two. And, oh, by the way, always credit them and always ask for permission. Trust me. Always ask for permission. I slipped up on that once, never done it again. Never will do it. But I know that certain big YouTubers, will just put their fingers in their ears and go, la 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 la, I'm bigger, I'm better, la la la. No, give them credit. Just give them credit. If they don't want payment, give them credit. If they do want payment and you can afford it, pay them. It's not a hard system to understand. If they want payment, just pay them. Though I will say this, some authors are a bit fucking much with their prices. I've come across a certain author that wanted me to pay 60 quid to read a story that was about 3 paragraphs, if that. I think that story's now gone. But yeah, that author can fuck himself. 60 quid for 3 paragraphs is too much. is too much. And when I message him, he just arsehole. Arsehole. So yeah. In essence, Monsters at Midnight, go fuck yourself, you content stealing cunts. If you're a narrator watching this and you don't pay people that you can pay people because you have enough money, then pay them and go fuck yourselves. And if you're an author trying to take advantage of narrators by charging them 60 quid for 3 paragraphs, go fuck yourselves. Or at the very least, adjust your pricing so then it's fair. Because surprisingly, not everybody is made of money. Some people are just trying to get by.